Hello and welcome to the song tutorial for Gymnopédie number 1. Possibly I said that very wrong, but I'm going to play the song as right as I can, so we're winning. This song is beautiful, and we simplified it because it's actually a bit advanced to play in its original score. So we've simplified this to make this as accessible as we possibly could for as many of you, and it's so pretty and so relaxing, and it's actually played really slowly. So what that means is you can't fall asleep while you're playing. You gotta play slow. I really struggle to actually play this on tempo. I speed up. So something just to be mindful of. Slow. So here we go. We're in the key of D major, so we're gonna be working with mostly these 2 sharps. There are some accidentals, but I'll help you along the way. So it's great to just play a D major scale to warm your hands up, if that's what you wanna do. It's in 3/4 time, so it's gonna feel very much like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna start with our left hand, 5 on G, and then we're gonna play B and D, and then we're gonna move down to D, and then we're gonna play A and C, sharp. Let's do that again. G, B and D, D, A and C, sharp. It's sharp because we're in the key of D. And then that repeats, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And here's where you can just kind of go off to dreamland if you let yourself. Now, in the original, as we move through the song, some of these left-hand notes are written quite low here. So an octave down from where we have it written. That can be really hard to track visually, because this is easy, because it's really close. To play them separate, way low, and come back to that same top note, can be a little more challenging. It takes more visual tracking. So I just want to say out the gates, if you are more confident, if you are confident enough that you want to start exploring, by all means, play those bottom ones. They're on the 1 beat, the first note of each measure, down an octave lower. But if you're like, I'm still getting my bearings, I want to learn the song first, then play them right where they're notated as I show you. It just makes it simpler. So the right hand is not very busy. I'm going to have my, I'm just going to use my 3rd finger on F sharp, and it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Really relaxing, really slow. 1, 2, 3. Now this left hand's going to continue. My right hand's going to come up here, and I'm going to be playing F sharp to A. And then my left hand moves. I'm going to set this up. Look how my hand is kind of getting ready for those top 2 notes. Don't forget your sharps. And then we're going to back to the G position. 1, 2, 3, 3 on F sharp. We're keeping that left hand pattern. Ooh, I missed a note. 1, 2, 3. That's what I get for talking and playing. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'll stop there. That's step 1. It's not super busy. It's so beautiful. I am using my pedal, so you can pay attention to that little teeny tiny dot in the top left of that sort of MIDI keyboard over top with the graphics that go red and green like a Christmas tree. And when the green is filled in, that means that my pedal's down. You can see it now. When I let it go, it's not colored in anymore. So you can see where I'm doing my lifts, but generally it's happening after each measure. 2, 3, lift, 2, 3, 1. So every time I switch measures, I'm lifting that pedal. So you know to work on that first little section up to measure 12. That's your sort of number 1 goal. And then things begin to change just a little bit. So measure 13, we're going to still have this G to the B and D, and the left hand's doing that pattern. And the first little bit's going to be familiar, but it's going to change. So we'll do this together. Remember, slow. I still have to remind myself. 1, 2, 3. Here changes. 5 finger on F sharp. This is going to be an F sharp minor chord actually. So C sharp here. So pretty. 1, 2, 3. Reach all the way up to F sharp here and B. 1, and then we're going to play B and D. 2, 3, and then E. 1, 2, 3, 1 to G. 2, 3, 1. Now here things get crazy. Accidentals. The sharp of F is canceled. That's why you see that little natural symbol there. You're like, what is happening? Things are taking a turn to the dark side, just a little bit. So let's jump in on measure 17 where things change. We're still having that 1, 2, 3 feel. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here things start to move. So I'm going to place my third finger on A, and I'm going to be walking up. I'm going to do a tuck right away. C was canceled. It's not canceled. C sharp was canceled here as well. So keep that in mind. That's what's happening. So all together. And then the next measure, we've got a D. And now a full chord, G, C, and E. Sounds a bit crunchy, but it's meant to. It's so pretty. It always resolves. Got a really nice low D. I know I said we weren't going to notate them low for you, but we did here. Just trust me, it's worth it. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so that's that section. It takes a little bit of extra thought. Let's do it again. Measure 21 where we begin to have those naturals show up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's a bit of a jump. You might need to practice those landmarks. A down low, C and E up high. Low on the D there, and then come up E and C. 3, 1, 2. Now here's another. We're going on an adventure moment. So low D to high D. 1. Again, that F is canceled. F sharp is canceled, not F is canceled. I'm going to tuck to make the finger changes easier. Slight movement here. We've got E, A, and C. Again, that C sharp is natural. And then F sharp. We're back to sharps here. A and D. And then D to G. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. C sharp. Remember, we're back kind of in our key signature again here. 1, 2. Slow down because the song's coming to a close. Nice low E in the left hand. So we've got B and a D, and then E with an E. Oh, no, E with a G, and then chords. So A and E here. E, A, and C natural. And then we're going to play F sharp, A, and D with a D and an A here. So we've got the song. So beautiful. And I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this. It's just relaxing and lovely. And it follows a very consistent theme, but there's enough variation to the theme that it's going to kind of keep you on your toes. Plus, once you've mastered it as it's written, you can start to get brave with getting those low octaves in the left hand if you want them. I'll play it all together for you now so you can kind of get a sense of how it sounds all together. So here we go. So there you go. The most relaxing song ever written. I hope you have a lot of fun practicing this. Like I said, take it slow and make sure you're feeling that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Break it into small sections and get dynamic with it, like soft and loud, and play with different weight in the hands to get just the right feel for you. And of course, I always love to hear your work, so feel free to take a video or an audio recording of yourself playing this and share it with us because we'd love to hear you. So happy practicing.